The morning light filters through the half-drawn curtains, warm and soft against her cheek. She stirs, her lashes fluttering open, confusion slowly tugging at the edges of her thoughts. The first thing she feels is warmth, broad, steady, and alive beneath her. Her head is resting against a chest, the rhythmic thump of a heartbeat filling her ears. For a second, she thinks she's dreaming. She lifts her gaze, her breath hitching when she sees him. A man. Tall, handsome, with dark hair falling across his forehead, his jawline sharp even in sleep. His arm is wrapped securely around her waist, as if he has been holding her all night, unwilling to let go. Her lips part, her throat dry. She doesn't know him. She sits up suddenly, her heart pounding, but the movement makes her pause in shock. Her hands instinctively go to her stomach. Rounded, firm, a small bump beneath her nightshirt that wasn't there before. Her chest tightens as panic rushes in. This doesn't make sense. She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember this man. She doesn't remember being pregnant. Her fingers tremble against the bump as fear mixes with disbelief. No, she whispers to herself, shaking her head. She remembers her apartment, her job, her quiet nights alone. She remembers going to sleep in her own bed, alone. Not this. Not here. The man shifts as though sensing her distress. His eyes open slowly, revealing storm gray irises that pin her in place. He doesn't look shocked to see her. In fact, he looks relieved, as if he has been waiting for this moment. "You're awake," he murmurs, his voice husky with sleep but filled with an intensity that makes her pulse quicken. He sits up, brushing a hand through his hair, his eyes never leaving her. "Who are you?" she demands, her voice sharper than she intends. "Where am I? And what is this?" Her hands clutch her stomach, her breathing unsteady. He doesn't flinch. Instead, he studies her with a gaze that feels too knowing, too heavy. "You don't remember." The calm certainty in his tone makes her shiver. "Remember what?" she asks, her voice cracking. He hesitates for a moment, as if weighing how much to say. Finally, he answers softly, "Us." Her mind reels. She shakes her head fiercely. "There is no us. I don't know you. I've never seen you before. And this can't be real." Her hand presses against the bump, desperate for answers, terrified of the truth. But he doesn't argue. Instead, he reaches out, covering her trembling hand with his own. His touch is warm, grounding, and somehow familiar in a way that makes her chest ache. "It's real," he says quietly. "And it's ours." Tears sting her eyes as confusion crashes over her. She wants to scream, to run, to demand explanations, but part of her freezes at the sincerity in his expression. His voice carries no deceit, only a raw honesty that unsettles her even more than lies could. She pulls her hand back quickly, standing on unsteady legs. The room spins for a moment, filled with luxury she doesn't recognize: marble floors, a velvet sofa, a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. None of this belongs to her life. She stumbles toward the window, pushing the curtain aside to reveal a breathtaking view of the city skyline. Towers of glass and steel stretch into the morning haze. She's high up, maybe the top floor of a skyscraper. Her chest tightens. She doesn't belong here. She whirls around, tears threatening to fall. "Tell me what's going on. Tell me how I got here. Tell me why I have this." Her hand trembles against her stomach. He rises slowly, his movements graceful, controlled, as if he doesn't want to scare her. "Last night," he begins carefully, "you came to me. You were frightened, lost. You didn't want to be alone. I promised you safety. I promised you a home." She stares at him in disbelief, shaking her head violently. "No, I didn't. I would remember that. I would remember you." His eyes darken, and for a moment, pain flickers across his face. "Memory is a fragile thing," he says softly. "Sometimes the heart knows what the mind forgets." Her breath catches. His words echo in her chest, tugging at something buried deep within her. A whisper of familiarity she can't explain. A pull she doesn't want to acknowledge. She backs away, her hands protectively cradling the bump. "Stay away from me," she warns, her voice breaking. He stops, respect flickering in his eyes. He doesn't move closer, but his gaze softens, his voice low. "I won't hurt you. I never could. All I ask is that you trust me." Her heart races, her mind screaming at her to run, but her body remains rooted in place. Something in his eyes, loneliness, perhaps, or desperation, makes her hesitate. Hours pass in silence, filled only with the sound of her restless footsteps and his steady presence. He doesn't push her, doesn't demand. He simply waits, watching her with a patience that unsettles her. Finally, as the sun dips lower, painting the sky with streaks of orange and pink, she breaks the silence. "Why me?" she whispers, her voice fragile. He exhales, as though he's been waiting for that question. "Because you saw me," he answers simply. "Before the world knew my name, before the money, the power, you saw me. And I couldn't let you go." Her heart stutters. The conviction in his tone shakes her. She searches her memories desperately, trying to find him there. And for the briefest moment, a flash, dark eyes meeting hers across a crowded street, a smile that felt like a promise. It's gone as quickly as it comes, leaving her breathless. Tears slip down her cheeks. "I don't understand," she whispers. "You will," he promises softly. "I'll remind you. Every day, if I have to." He steps closer, slowly, carefully, until he's standing just a breath away. His hand hovers near her bump, not touching, waiting for her permission. She doesn't stop him. When his palm finally rests gently against her stomach, a strange calm washes over her. The warmth of his touch, the steadiness of his presence, it feels right, even if nothing makes sense. Her heart pounds as she looks up into his eyes. "What if I never remember?" she asks, her voice trembling. His jaw tightens, but his answer comes with unwavering certainty. "Then I'll make you fall in love with me all over again." Her breath catches at the weight of his words. She should push him away. She should scream. But instead, she closes her eyes, her tears slipping silently down her cheeks as his thumb brushes gently over her bump. For the first time that day, she doesn't feel entirely alone. And though fear still coils in her chest, something new blooms quietly beneath it. Something fragile. Something that feels dangerously close to hope.